upcoming MMOs to watch in 2025 and beyond. Now, of course, some of these have already come out by now, like Dune, which is more, as you said, a co-op. Now, we'll read these since we own these. So, Stars Reach. Ralph Koster's Playable Worlds put Star Reach in the most wanted map virtually in the first second that its existence was confirmed. This colorful sci-fi sandbox aimed to be an ambitious spiritual successor to a certain Star Wars galaxies and is already undergoing limited tests. We won't be seeing it in 2025. We can hope for more information articles. All right, so a possible sandbox sci-fi Stars Reach. I'd need to see more. I prefer fantasy, but I'm not going to rule out a science fiction. I'm not going to rule it out. All right, Dune Awakening, it's already out, and it's a co-op. It's not really an MMO. Ashes of Creation. We've talked about this one for a long time. This crowdfunding phenomenon has had a lot of players' attention and money for several years now, as its team full of veteran MMO developers fashion a complex, growable world. Right now, the game is in the thick of a year-long Alpha 2 test, after which anything is possible. Will the community be primed for release when it finally happens, or will people have grown disinterested and wandered away? The question can't answer you. I've heard a lot about Ashes of Creations over the years, bits and pieces. It has the potential to be good, and at least it's reached progress stage where they're in a second alpha phase. Clearly, as this article says, so they're already halfway through their second alpha test. I need to see some hard evidence. I mean, it says complex, growable world. Maybe that harkens back to the things I was talking about, a world that's going to adapt to its player base, that's not simply going to be locked in stone in a static environment, and no matter what you do, always changes. And yeah, Kel's looking forward. Yeah, we've talked about this in the past, and I've heard it's been something whispered on the wind for a few years now, but it hasn't reached it. If it happens, I'm assuming this is a screenshot of it right here, because that's not Dune. That's definitely this. If they can pull it off, it could be something cool. We'll have to. This is best described as wait and see, because we don't have anything to work with. So I will be interested to see where that goes. It's because I'm hearing keywords of the things I'm looking for: growable world, veteran MMO developers. They're clearly taking it seriously with the testing, but it's been going on for a while, so we'll have to see. Light No Fire. Speaking of notable follow-up efforts, Hello Games promised some more information about its survival MMO Light No Fire after mostly hush-hush in 2024. There's keen interest to see if the studio explore a truly open world where players can explore an ancient Earth and mold it to their liking. That might be fun that sounds more like a co-op than an MMO. That sounds more like a survival co-op than MMO, which could be fun for some of us to play. I mean, granted, there is that history. But while I'm not going to give them money for No Man's Sky, maybe they learn maybe this time they'll actually put the game out ready to go. Maybe. Kel's right when he says that. It hasn't grown well here in America because its audience is old. And MMO players are my age group and the age group right behind me. It doesn't have a vibrant, growing fan base because, one, I think that's one reason, no attention span, but two, they haven't evolved the genre. The genre has not evolved. The genre has not evolved. It's the same shit over and over and over again. They don't give us anything new. And that's a shame. Nothing get us excited. Well, yeah, there's something. Yeah, you're right. The Korean market is crazy for their MMOs. They're nuts for it. But we saw some of the Korean MMOs represented in the discussion today. They're grind fests with no real reward. And they're broken games, especially when Korean MMOs, the PvP are generally broken. And they favor Zerg mentality. They favor horde mentality, who you're gonna rush over people. So I have no desire to play a Korean MMO. when they localize it over here and give us servers. So we're back to what we said. What's to get me excited for an MMO, a dream MMO, a living, breathing world where something could be fun, exciting, not locked into anything, where the classes are what I make of it. I'm not locked into a rotation. I'm not locked into a class. So I don't know. I would love nothing more to have the MMO genre, the MMO brand be vibrant. But I don't know if I'm going to ever get that. At least not in this decade. I don't feel like it because it doesn't feel like all these games, one, they take forever, which is both good and bad. It means, yes, they're taking their time. They're not going to pull a Warhammer Age of Reckoning and rush that shit out before it's done. But at the same time, they take forever and people lose interest. And then when they bring it out, it's, as I said, the same old shit. Nothing outstanding, nothing creative. Nothing to make me go, wow, I'm ready to spend thousands of hours and years playing this game. And I miss that. I miss that feeling. I miss that excitement of wondering what's the next game going to be. I will never play that game again. I've told you myself, I will never do that again. I will never play that again. I will not. It was a broken concept, broken game, broken classes, crummy community. But it's I would love a new MMO. I'm probably not going to get it. I don't know. Makes me talking about this gets me a little sad. I'm not saying depressed. I'm depressed. It just gets me sad because I don't have anything to look forward to. What am I looking forward to? Nothing. And like every good robot, I'll get the next expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe once in a blue moon, I'll go back to SWTOR and play through it a little bit. But it's not the way it used to be, where the hours, the time is being invested. And because there's nothing, I'm going to say again, there's no reward. I feel like there's no reward for any of these things anymore. With blackjack and hookers. Forget the MMO. Let's just have the blackjack and the hookers. Forget the blackjack. Let's just have the hookers. Listen. If I, in any way, shape, or form, had the power and ability to invest in a development of a game, I would do it. If I had the power and money, wealth and influence to be an investor in a game like that, I would totally do it. I'd find the people who are hungry and passionate, and I'd say, this is what we want. This is what I think gamers want. Go do it. But I'm not. I'm a simple gamer. I'm one of the gamers that just wants one of these things. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. And maybe we'll get surprised. You never know. Anything can happen. I'm not going to be a complete negative Nancy. Anything could happen. But there you have it. So there's my discussion on that. If anybody ever has an idea, I'd love to consult. I'm not a game designer. My stories are for myself, but I would love to consult on tell you what I think MMO players, or even going back to the original topic of this whole discussion where it came from, solo private play game PvE players. I would tell you what I think players would want, at least in this genre, what they really want. Old school couldn't be new school. You just have to rediscover it and give it to people, and people have fun with it. I will say it once again: if at some point a developer team realizes, make a fantasy world for an MMO. We're talking MMO here. Make a fantasy world. Have it be a living, growing world that adjusts itself to the population, what the population is doing. There should always be a story and an end game, but don't have that be the primary thing. Have that be something that can be done for enjoyment and this and that, but have other things be in the world, have the dungeons, have the arenas, have the zones, have them not so much be a part of the story, but the world be the story. The world is the story. The world is constantly the engine, the intelligence behind the game creates these ideas and puts it out there. Create an invading army, create a threat. Don't be locked into the static end game where we're running the same shit over and over again for the same drops, the same gear. Have it be breathable, have it be living. At the same time, have the world, the classes be what the player makes it. Don't just you have to have your holy trinity, tank, healer, DPS, and then support. But don't have specific classes. Allow the players to craft it themselves. And if they're good, they find a way by combining skills, abilities, by unlocking skills and abilities, by going on adventures and discovering this shit and breaking it a part of it. Have them unlock this stuff, grow it themselves, making everybody's classes unique. Because I guarantee if you have a world where the job systems are unique and everybody's not being forced to run the same rotations for combat, it would be grand. It would be glorious. Because then it's about the skill of the player. It's not about just being a robot and doing the rotation. Now, player economies have always been a thing. That's nothing new. Most MMOs these days, the economies are run by the players. And it's going to be good, it's going to be bad. And you can put systems and checks and balances in play to keep it from getting crazy. But player economies are going to happen. They're always going to be crazy. Just my advice, always learn a craft, learn a great trade skill, and make some money on it. And you're right. The meta. What's the meta? What's the rotation? What's the gear set? What are the stats to pump up? That's always that is what ruins most games, because it creates the elitist mentality of, oh, you're not hitting the levels we need for this DPS. You're out. Oh, sorry, your rotation's not perfect. You can't do this. Oh, sorry, you didn't use this ability. You don't have this ability on your skill tree. Sorry, you're not doing it well enough. Freedom. Well, I'm essentially expressing a game of freedom. That's essentially what I'm talking about here. That's been my dream for an MMO in a fantasy world. And I don't know if we're ever going to get it. I guarantee you, though, if somebody was brave enough to do it, it would be great. It would be great. It'd be fantastic. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.